Didn't have another video idea for today, so figured we'd talk about Cup qualifying, give a little Michigan preview. We haven't done a race preview video in quite a bit, so figured it'd be fun. Got no other idea, so let's talk about the qualifying and practice. Of course, practice sessions are short these days. You got two groups, you split them up. Today was 20-minute sessions for each group. So you got Group A, they went out for 20 minutes. Group B went out for 20 minutes. And then you got single car qualifying, also split up into two groups. The top five from each group in terms of speed goes on to the final round of qualifying, where it is once again another single lap run. So those 10 drivers that ended up fighting for the pole position were Eric Jones, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Martin Truex Jr., Tyler Reddick, Austin Cindric, Joey Logano, Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell, and Bubba Wallace. So we had some all manufacturers. We had multiple different teams. I mean, heck, we had, 6 teams in the final round of qualifying. Very impressive. So, really cool to see different teams up there at the front. That's been kind of the talk of the whole year. We have 14 different winners so far. Could there be another? Toyota looked strongest today, and it was followed up in the final round of qualifying with 5 of their 6 cars in the top 10, and their 6th car, I guess, being 11th, Ty Gibbs. And Ty Gibbs' teammate, Bubba Wallace, got his first career pole. Him and his team's first career pole, 23-11, entering today, had never won a pole in the Cup Series. They've won 2 races in the Cup Series with Bubba Wallace at Talladega last fall, and then, of course, Kurt Busch in the spring at Kansas. So 23-11, while they have won races, they have showed speed. They have yet to win a pole until today. Bubba Wallace averaged over 190 miles an hour for that pole lap time. Won it by over a tenth and a half. Really good lap. I mean, he was really fast in practice, really fast in the first round of qualifying. I think he was the fastest in his group. If not, he was the second fastest in his group. So he has shown speed so far in the short practice session in the first round of qualifying. He had shown a lot of speed, just like the other Toyotas, Ty Gibbs, the Joe Gibbs Racing guys. They had shown weakened speed so far in the short sessions that we had seen. And Bell had pole for most of the session, had a really good 1 and 2, but he washed up the track a little bit in 3 and 4, which is where everyone was gaining on him. But that 1 and 2 he did was so good that, they couldn't make up enough time. And Bubba Wallace was able to get in a really good 1 and 2. He was less than a tenth off of Bell's time, less than half a tenth off. And so Bubba was able to keep it in line in 3 and 4, keep the speed going and not wash up the track. And he ended up gaining a ton of time on Christopher Bell, and he ended up winning the pole by a good bit. It's also a fun fact of the day. I just learned this on Twitter somewhere. It's Booty Barker, the crew chief for Bubba Wallace. It's his first pole since 2003 at Rockingham with Bubba Wallace's friend's father, Dave Blaney. So I thought that was a very interesting kind of thing. Didn't know that, but very interesting. But once again, the Toyota's looking very, very fast this weekend. Bubba Wallace on pole. You got Bell, Kyle Busch in 2nd and 3rd, and you don't have to go that far down the line to find the rest of them. 7th, Truex, 9th, Hamlin, 11th, Ty Gibbs. So Toyota looking extremely fast this weekend. Ford looking better than it's looked in the past few weeks, with Cindric and Logano starting up there in the top 5, McDowell starting in the top 15. You got some others in the top 20 with SHR, and then Chris Buescher for RFK. But yeah, Bubba Wallace, I mean, the first career pole for him, for his team, and they've looked really good as of recently, even over the whole season in terms of speed. They had a top 5 at New Hampshire, a top 10 at Pocono, a top 5 at the Indianapolis Road Course, so 3 straight top 10s entering this race. But they've shown speed at some of these intermediate tracks over the season. We talked about this a couple weeks ago when we made a video on, with the drivers who haven't won yet in 2022, where was their best shot at winning? And for Bubba Wallace, I think Michigan might have been one of the ones I listed, just because of the speed Toyota in 23-11 has brought to tracks like this. I mean, you look at Kansas, where Kurt Busch won. Bubba Wallace could have very easily got up there and made it a top 5 finish, even maybe a 1-2 for 23-11. But unfortunately, his pit crew did not want that to happen. But yeah, anyways, they had their problems there. But they've shown speed at other types of tracks, as I said, Pocono, Charlotte. I mean, they've shown speed on the intermediate tracks all season long, so it's no shock to see the Toyotas up there competing for pole positions, competing for wins. This seems to be their strength, the intermediate tracks in 2022 with the next-gen car. So yes, some other significant qualifiers, I guess. Austin Cindric up there in the top 5. He's qualified on pole at Auto Club earlier in the season. So, you know, him and Eric Jones both did really good at Auto Club in the spring. So to see them up here in the top 10, not too big of a surprise. 2 very fast tracks. Joey Logano up there in 4th, a good qualifying effort for him. Reddick, the most recent winner, one of the hottest drivers in the Cup Series currently, up there in 6th place, starting 6th. Kyle Larson, last time he raced at Michigan with the low downforce package, or the more horsepower, whatever you want to say, he won back in, what was that, 2018, 2017, I want to say? Maybe? I don't know. I can't remember. But anyways, he's looking to have another win. He's really good at this 2-mile racetracks, Auto Club Michigan. Remember, he had those 4 or 5 wins from 2016 to 2018 or something. So he's probably going to be good tomorrow. Once again, the Toyota's looking really good. Eric Jones in the spring at Auto Club led 20 or so laps. I think finished runner-up in that race, if not 3rd. So really good run for Eric Jones at Auto Club, a similar type of racetrack. And he's looking to have another run. He needs a win. It's his home race. That would be a heck of a way to get a win for Petty GMS, to get them into the playoffs, winning at your home track. Noah Gragson had a great qualifying session, qualified 12th. Ty Gibbs 11th. He looked like one of the fastest cars in the practice session, but his qualifying time just not enough to get into the final round. So 11th for him. Really good runs for that guy. Let's see here. Other significant qualifiers. Byron kind of deep in the field, 20th. Bowman, a really bad qualifying session, back in 30th. So Hendrick Motorsports, not the strongest qualifying effort for them. I think Elliott was 13th. Let's see here. Yeah, 13th. So Hendrick Motorsports, not the strongest effort for them. But Joe Gibbs Racing, Toyota, they had a very strong effort in Michigan. So, yeah, nothing else really to say on the qualifying today. Yeah, I mean, Bubba Wallace, a big first career pole for him. You know, getting a pole in the Cup Series is a big deal. So good for him. He needs to win to make the playoffs, so he needs to translate. He and the team need to translate that speed into the race, try to turn it into a race win, because they desperately need a win. I mean, they mathematically can't make it in on points, and they got to win. There's no other way to put it. They have to win to make the playoffs. Lots of other teams are in that situation. They're looking like the best ones with the opportunity to do it. You got Jones back there in 10th. Those are the 2 best guys in terms of qualifying and speed. So they got to win. This is looking like a great opportunity for them, so they got to take advantage of it. It's going to be difficult, you know, to fight off your Toyota teammates. Joe Gibbs Racing drivers, all 4 of those drivers, really good drivers. Bell just won a race a couple weeks ago. You got 2 champions in Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr., and you got arguably the best without a championship, Denny Hamlin. So it's going to be difficult to beat them, but they do have a fast car. They do have a good driver, so they got to get it done. Anyways, that's all I got for today. We'll talk about the race tomorrow as usual. As for Michigan, who's going to be my pick to win? Toyota looking really fast. You know, Chevy not as good as they usually are in terms of, you know, compared to the other teams. Ford's looking a little bit improved, so it could be interesting. And I want to pick a Toyota, I really do, but I mean, Kyle Larson's just really good at this kind of racetrack. I don't know why he's really good at this kind of racetrack, but he is. It just seems to suit his style, something about it. Back with Chip Ganassi Racing, he won here all the time. He won at Auto Club in the spring with Hendrick. That was their first time without the 550 package since like 2017, 2018. I can't even remember when that package started or whenever that was. But I think Larson gets it done. It's been a while since he's gotten a win. They've seemed in a bit of a slump recently, so get themselves out of a slump with a win. I'm going to pick Larson. Let me know who you think is going to win in the comments. I might do another community post tomorrow. We usually do those the morning of race day. You know, I say, who do you think is going to win? You guys tell me. So anyways, that's all I got for today. Let me know what you think of Michigan and who you think is going to win.